Hello, welcome back. Okay, so this is a science lesson, and what I need you to do is to get your science packet out, the chapter 11 one about your skin, and it should be on page 187 and 188. So if you need to pause the video, you can do that and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so basically what we're going to do today is identify different parts of our skin. First, let's start out with a little activity. So let's all look at our arms and the skin at our arms. What are some things that you notice, like on your arm, on the skin? Any thoughts? Seeing as I can't hear you, I'll say what I notice, and you can say what you notice on your end. I see some freckles, and I see some little hairs, and I see some tiny little holes. I wonder what those are. Maybe try pinching your skin. See how it moves around a lot? It's flexible. So our skin is an awesome thing that God created. He created it to protect us and our bodies and to protect our inner organs like our heart and our lungs and all kinds of things inside of us so that we would have like an outer layer to keep us whole and intact. And we're going to look at some pretty cool things today in what the skin does for our bodies. So first, I want to show you something here about the skin. Now obviously this is not skin, but this is a paper towel and I have some water here. If I drip a little bit of water onto this paper towel, whoa, that made my book wet. That rolled off because I poured too much on it. But if I dump it on my paper towel, what happens to my paper towel? It absorbed it, right? It's all wet now. And as we learned a long time ago about evaporation, this will eventually be dry, right? But that's a different topic. So the water was absorbed by the paper towel. Now let's do the same thing to my skin, okay? If I take the water and I pour it over my arm, what's going to happen to that water? Let's try. I don't know if you could see it, but it all rolled off and it got me soaked on my pants. It all rolled off. Now, did it absorb into my skin? No, maybe it's a little wet on the outside, but for the most part, all that water just rolled right off. So that shows us that skin is actually waterproof, which is awesome. When we go out in a rainstorm and it starts raining all over us, yes, we'll be wet and our clothes will be wet and everything, but usually our skin will be waterproof and it'll just roll right off of us. Okay, so let's get into our packet. Page 187. I'm going to read this along with you, but please follow so that you can understand it a little bit better. The epidermis, that's a big word, is the outer layer of your skin. So the outer layer, your skin actually has lots of layers that you can't see because they're super small, and obviously you can't see the inside of something, your skin, if you can't open it up unless it got cut or something. So the epidermis is everything that you see. It's the outer layer of your skin. God designed skin to help you in many ways. Skin covers and protects your body from the sun's harmful rays. That's why people wear a lot of clothes if it's really sunny outside, or they wear sunblock or hats to protect their skin from getting sunburnt. Your skin releases a substance that makes skin waterproof, and that could be like oils and stuff like that. Sweat glands in your skin help cool your body when it gets hot. This is a really cool feature that God put in our skin. So let's say it's a super hot day outside and you're running around and you're just like, oh, I'm so hot. Well, God's amazing genius ability to create awesome things thought, I think I'm going to help humans out a little bit. And he actually made your skin have little openings called pores that release sweat from a gland, and it goes on top of your skin, and when the breeze hits that sweat, it actually cools your body down. So it's like you have your own air conditioning unit on your body. So these sweat glands help cool you down and keep you from overheating. So that's one part of the skin that helps you out a lot. Let's keep reading on page 187. Ooh, I'm going to say this word wrong. Uh-oh. Melanin is the substance in skin that gives it its color. The more... I should know this, shouldn't I? The more melanin you have, the darker your skin is. Now, this actually is the same substance that gives our eyes their color. Whether your eyes are brown or green or blue or whatever, that is the same thing that makes them different colors. So God loves so many people and he created them. Well, he loves everybody. But he created us to have a variety of skin colors. And this actually also helps protect our bodies. It, in a way, helps the sun's rays not penetrate, and it's kind of like a sunscreen, sort of, but it's not powerful enough to protect our body all the way. So that's why we need to protect our skin if we're outside in the really strong sunlight. Now, we're going to look at page 188, and what I want you to do is, when I say the word, you're going to point to the word on the paper, or like on that model, like epidermis. Point to it, and then I'm going to read a little bit about it, and then later on you'll do the activity and fill in the blanks to number them and what they are. So let's start by looking at the pore. So point to a pore. You can look at it in the picture right there. It looks like an opening in the skin. Pores are tiny openings in the skin that release that sweat. Whoop, I lost my place. That release the sweat from the sweat glands. And sweat, remember, cools down our bodies. So you can actually see that model right there in the drawing of what the pore looks like. And remember how I said that I saw tiny little holes? I wonder if those are pores. Ooh. The next one is the epidermis. Point to the epidermis. The epidermis is the only part of the skin that people can see. You can't see the layers underneath the epidermis, even though there are other layers of skin. It is the thickest in your hands, in your palms, and on the bottom of your feet. Probably because we use our hands all the time, and we need to have them really tough, right? And our feet, when we walk, we need to have them extra tough. The epidermis is very thin everywhere else. On your face, on your neck, on your arms, everywhere else it's really thin. Next one is the hair. Point to the hair. Looks like that long brown needle. Hairs cover the outside of the arms and the legs, but do not cover the palms or the soles of your feet. Hair helps keep people warm and senses light touches. So if you look in the picture right there, you can see that your hair actually goes down a lot deeper into the skin than just right on the edge. So it has roots. And if you actually hold up your arm or any part of your body that you can find hair on your skin, and you touch the top of your hairs, not your skin, but just touch the hairs, you can actually feel it, right? So let's say that I were to brush up against a cactus or something, and I just felt it on my hairs. I'm gonna pull away, right? Because it kind of is pokey. Or if I lightly touch my skin to something really pokey, like prickers, or even like a flame, if I get too near a hot flame from a candle or something, I'm gonna pull away because your hair senses that, and also something else senses that we'll talk about in just a second. So your hair keeps your body warm. It's kind of like a little blanket. The next one are our blood vessels. Point to the blood vessel. That red, beautiful blood vessel. Blood vessels supply the skin with what it needs to live and grow. Your skin is actually living, but there is a dead layer of skin. There's two layers in the epidermis. There's a dead layer, dead cells, and then a living layer. So the dead cells are actually an extra protection, and then underneath that is your living layer of cells. So the blood supply helps provide your living layer of skin with everything that it needs to be strong and healthy. The vessels also take away waste in your skin. The next one and last one is the nerve ending. Point to the nerve ending. Nerve endings in the skin take messages to the brain. So what we just talked about with a hot flame, if you put your arm or hand or any part of your body and skin up next to something hot, or even go outside and like put your hand on the surface of a hot car on a really hot day, instantly you're going to be like, ouch, and pull it away, right? How do you know that you're supposed to pull it away? Or what tells you to pull it away? Does your skin have like little eyes? Does it have a little brain? No, of course not, right? Your skin has nerve endings, and all those nerve endings go all the way up to your brain and say, alert, that's hot, don't touch it. So these nerve endings help you, and pain is actually a really good thing, because if you did not feel that, if you didn't feel pain when you went and touched fire, like from a candle, not that you should ever do that, but if you accidentally did, if you didn't feel the pain, it would burn you, right? But pain is kind of like a warning system. Don't touch that, right? Okay, so what you're gonna do now is take a colored pencil or something to draw with, and you're gonna look at your arm, and you're going to draw what you see. Okay, anything that you see. Maybe you have a scar. I have a scar right here. I have another one right there. Maybe you have a birthmark. You can draw whatever you see. And then you're also going to label the different parts of the skin. So, thanks for joining me with Science Today. Have a good rest of your day.